Askreddit Asks, Iceland just announced that every Icelander over the age of 18 automatically become organ donors with ability to opt out. How do you feel about this? As long as the ability to opt out is easy and evident. I don't care. Edit. Thanks for the upvotes everyone. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. I really did not expect my opinion to be appreciated by so many people. I did read most of the comments and responded to some. It seems lots of people can't think of a reason to opt out. The only answer I have to that is everyone has their own view on life and may have different views than the majority.
I feel like that's the mindset of most people. They just don't care, so might as well do something useful. You know exactly how Reddit feels about that shit.
Op has just made a post for the sole purpose of farming karma. How do you feel about this?
These how do you feel questions about popular opinions need to be banned. Getting really tired of these Reddit. How would you feel about X scenario that has been vehemently supported, opposed on this site since its inception? Questions. Yawn. I've always said that this should be the way. I got an extra 13 years with my dad thanks to someone else's heart. Edit. I'm going to do my best to get back to every responder to this comment. It's almost exactly a year to the day that my dad died. And you've mostly all made me tear up with your comments and stories. Hashtag IFYOUWANTTOBEANORGANDONOR. Make sure your family knows about it now. Heartless man saves dad's life.
As long as I can still taxidermy my body when I'm dead, they can have my organs.
I'm with Sean Locke on organ donation. Go for it as long as all my organs go to the same person. So it is less of a donation and more of a hostile takeover.
Right.
I want to be stuffed and mounted next to a giant beaver.
My organs are free for all if anyone needs them.
Alright. Please lie down over there.
Mind if I use your anus for a few minutes? What's your opinion on motel bathtubs?
Yumi gas station cooler of Iceland, get it done. Smart idea. If you care enough to not be an organ donor, you can just opt out. This just increases the pull by adding the folk who don't care.
I do believe there should
be a clause added for those who could not reasonably be asked to give consent in the first place.
When I die, I'm seriously thinking of going the donate my body to science route. Would be comforting to think I'm being of some use. And if my family wants a part to cremate or bury, they can have foot or something.
Till increase is an obsolete spelling of increase. I don't know. My heart's just not in it. Edit. On a serious note, it's a great idea.
I dunno either. Just a guts feeling. Probably. Edit. I too think it's a great idea. I'm gonna be dead. Don't care what happens to my organs at that point.
I have to go out on a limb here and say great idea. Think all countries should follow suit.
It's super easy. You do it online. I just tried it. And after signing into the site with two-factor ID, it was literally 4 clicks. I didn't actually register as a non-donor. Just checked how it's done.
Can you opt out from specific organs?
No need to explain yourself though. It's perfectly okay if you did opt out. I'm all for it though. As long as it's this easy to opt out for whoever is not comfortable with this.
Alright. Please lie down over there.
Take lungs now. Gills come in 2 weeks. Edit. First ever gold is because of Futurama. Awesome. But I'm not dead yet.
Wait, that says Z-ray not X-ray.
Getting really tired of these Reddit. How would you feel about X scenario that has been vehemently supported, opposed on this site since its inception? Questions. Yawn.
Redditors of Reddit, how would you feel about politicians no longer being corrupt? The North Korean government shutting down and a cure for cancer?
Reddit, how would you feel about a law banning things that are bad? +2000 karma instantly.
Right. I want to be stuffed and mounted next to a giant beaver.
Nice beaver, thanks. I just had it stuffed.
I want to be stuffed and given a lion head.
Talking about giant stuffed beavers, your mum says hi.
When I die, I'm seriously thinking of going the donate my body to science route. Would be comforting to think I'm being of some use. And if my family wants a part to cremate or bury, they can have foot or something.
There seems to be this weird stigma that people have where they think that if they are an organ donor and the folks see that when trying to save their life, that for whatever reason they'll half-ass it so they can get their organs. I've never understood it, but this seems like a good way to handle that. Let people choose not to be helpful post-mortem instead of them having to choose to be.
Yes, it's a BS argument to say that doctors will let you die to harvest organs, but wouldn't let the transplant candidates die for their organs.
Take lungs now. Gills come in 2 weeks. Edit. First ever gold is because of Futurama. Awesome.
Wait, that says Z-ray not X-ray.
Z-ray.
Unexpected Futurama.
Op has just made a post for the sole purpose of farming karma. How do you feel about this?
You know exactly how Reddit feels about that shit.
I don't mind as long as the downvote process isn't that hard. I just want to clarify that I didn't actually downvote, but want the option to be easy for those who wish to.
I'm with Sean Locke on organ donation. Go for it as long as all my organs go to the same person. So it is less of a donation and more of a hostile takeover.
If more than 50% of your body is transplanted into someone else, you'll absorb their consciousness into your own and take over the new body. It's science.
Here I go down a black hole watching Sean Locke compilations for the next few hours.
Father steals mom's heart to spend 13 more years with son.
People fucking did.
Are people fucking living?
What the hell is this sub-LMAO?
I demand an explanation.
This is what my grandmother did. You get more than a foot or something. I'm not sure what's permanently removed, not my field. I do know it took about 3 years before we got ashes to bury, so they take their time with the cadaver. That's for sure. I'm the one who actually laid the ashes in the ground. Never forget it. She liked beer and chocolate, so we all had a bit of that at the service in rural Nova Scotia, Upper Stewaki, with about 15 people in plain clothes. No preacher or strangers. Anyway, don't know why I got into all of that.
Redditors of Reddit. How would you feel about politicians no longer being corrupt? The North Korean government shutting down and a cure for cancer?
Meh.
Actually gonna ask the first one. LMAO, gimme that 30k karma, of course. We all know that I'll get 2 karma if I'm lucky.
But what if we took loot boxes out of video games? Exclamation mark. Question mark. Exclamation mark. Question mark. Exclamation mark.
Meh.
But what if we took loot boxes out of video games? Exclamation mark. Question mark. Exclamation mark. Question mark. Exclamation mark.
Real question is if Winds of Winter will ever be released.
Holy fucking shit.
I came.
Nice beaver. Thanks. I just had it stuffed. Dot.
Is this some kind of bust?
Who are you, and how did you get in here? I'm a locksmith, and I'm a locksmith. Dot.
Most old people's organs aren't that good anymore because of the mileage on them.
I dunno. If they're serviced annually, and have regular oil and filter changes, they should be okay. This is Iceland, so I think they're more concerned with kilometerage.
We don't want your kidney. You're 104 years old. Yeah, but it's all highway years. Dot.
You know exactly how Reddit feels about that shit.
Op has just made a comment for the sole purpose of farming karma. How do you feel about this? I dunno actually. Isn't that the point?
You know exactly how Reddit feels about that shit.
I feel like that's the mindset of most people. They just don't care, so might as well do something useful.
There is an interesting book called Nudge which discusses decision architecture. Basically, you can manipulate people into making the decisions that you want them to make by changing the order in which options are presented or by making your desired option the default. It's really interesting, and this is one of the prime examples that the author uses. Countries that have opt-out systems vs opt-in systems have significantly higher donor rates because people simply don't opt out.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel, and above all, have an excellent day, you marvelous people.